We are here.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Famous-ish, episode 3 with Wayne Butler and me.
Hello, all.
I didn't even let you say your name this time. I've fully taken over.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You're much better than I am at this.
No, I'm not. Well, hi, everyone. Say hi, Wayne.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome back. Episode 3. Oh, wait, you said that.
I did say that.
My turn.
That control freak joke hits way too close to home. I'm a control freak. I apologize.
Yes, that was actually a autobiography of
Autobiographical knock-knock joke. Oh. Well, so Wayne, how was your week so far? How was your week since last week's podcast?
It's been pretty lazy.
It has been
chill. We actually did some stuff.
We did do some stuff.
Wait a minute.
So what did we do, babe?
It must have been, I've been smelling too much paint because I forgot that we painted.
Yeah, we did a refresher coat on our bedroom, so it's crisp white paint.
Yes, I will post about it on my story once.
It's been a long time since we painted this bedroom.
We are ready. Yes.
We're going through kind of like a full-on purge of stuff. We've been stuck in this house with this stuff for a year now. Maybe it's time to get rid of some of it.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good.
I'm happy that we did that. So we're working on the room, and I've just been working on new jokes.
Oh, I'll tell you what doesn't feel good though. My triceps. My triceps are insanely sore. I will tell you how you get a good workout. You paint ceilings every day. Because my arms are so sore from painting the ceiling.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I guess we got to do more home improvement, babe.
Where are your triceps?
Right here.
Oh, yeah, my triceps are killing me.
They are sore. Obviously.
Now that I know where they are.
Yeah, they really hurt from doing that ceiling motion. But
I, too, am in
glad
pain.
we got it done. This is something you got to get done. Now we got to go through stuff and try to get some stuff for the room.
My wife is 5'4".
Maybe.
I'm 6'1".
5'3".
I'm 6'1". She's 5'3". I gave her the ceiling.
Yeah. You complained about it so much the first day.
Yeah, I didn't like
that
it.
I was like, no. The next day I did the other coats on it because he would not stop talking about the ceiling.
You know that golden rule, if you don't want to do something, do it wrong the first time.
That's true. Well, also, a lot of times we've painted during this house, you've been gone because you're working and doing other stuff, so I've done all the painting, and so I just know how it is to be done.
This is true.
It is true.
Yes.
Like I said, control freak. Way too close to home. I'm sorry. So what else did we do this week? Well, this week we are getting to the halfway mark on our treadmill challenge.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of muscles that hurt.
Are you getting sore from it, babe?
My hamstrings.
Are they? What are you doing? You're not doing incline, are you?
I'm 40 now, so.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
This is no longer high school soccer.
Well, I'll tell you, you kind of have some catching up to do, babe. You're going to have to put in some miles.
This is just not fair.
Why is it not fair?
I mean, I even put in extra miles that one day. I should be ahead of the game. So what am I at?
You are at, well, you haven't done it today as of the 13th. So you're at 33.29 miles.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
It's great. It's really good. So for the rest of the month, you have to average about 3.7 miles a day.
What are you at, like 70?
I am at 50. I am exactly at 50 miles.
Oh my God.
I have to average 3 miles a day, which is basically what you and Cam have been averaging. Camden is at 38.97, so she's got about 3.6 mile average she has to hit.
I felt like I was higher than that. I think someone is going back on my miles.
Well, you can look at your little calendar and add them up. I could be wrong. I could have written it down wrong, but I got you every day except for the first. But
I'm just surprised that I'm actually doing the 3 miles a day.
You are doing it, and you will get there. All you got to do is just do extra like 10 minutes every day.
I can't do it. I'm probably going to do it again tonight at the same time, but I can't do it at like midnight because I was up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't either. I have to do it early. I'm like a I have to be on my schedule person. I am like an old person where if my schedule gets messed up, I get insanely grumpy. So I do my morning stuff and then like right at 8:30, I get on the treadmill.
I have no schedule.
I feel like that's a detriment. Schedules are very important. I could write a book on it. I'll be like the next Atomic Habit.
You should, and we can call it Control Freak.
Control Freak with Alice. Oh.
Yes.
Own it. Own the Control Freak. It is. I don't know what type personality it is. Maybe we need to do one of those personality tests one of these days on here.
Oh dear.
Find out what type we are. We don't know what we are.
It could be a future episode.
That could be an episode.
All right.
Well, we're sitting here with Opie right now. He's actually in the bedroom with us, but we had some bad news this week. We kind of suspected it, but many of you guys who have been following Wayne for, the past 5 months, knew Stringbean, right? Wayne always went outside. Stringbean was a neighborhood cat. He was a very sweet little gray kitty, and Wayne told jokes to Stringbean outside almost daily for months. And then around February, we stopped seeing Stringbean, so we kind of suspected the worst, but we got confirmation that Stringbean is no longer with us now, so we just wanted to say a few words to remember Stringbean and think about his contribution. It's really sad. I'm starting to tear up.
I loved her. Okay, so this is the whole time I've been calling Stringbean a her. I totally thought that, she was coming to the door, but it is a boy. He's the brother.
Yeah.
Of these other guys.
Yeah, this whole time we misgendered Stringbean, but he just had a really good neuter job. We couldn't tell. Stringbean was really sweet cat. Like for an outdoor cat, what a sweet, lovey kitty.
Yes, he was very lovely. And I put together a highlight on my Instagram, Wayne Butler Comedy. If you want to check it out, it's all the videos that we made together.
Yeah. On Wayne Butler's story highlights. On the story highlights, you'll find story highlights named Stringbean. And I think Wayne managed to find all the Stringbean ones. It's crazy to think what a big part of it was. Like you were taking pictures of your first merch release, and Stringbean hopped up on the bench and took pictures with you.
Oh man,
I am tearing up, but
he was a good boy.
Yeah,
he was a good boy. You'll be missed.
Love your animals, hug your animals, pet your animals.
Yes.
Try to keep your animals safe as much as you can, and we miss you, Stringbean.
And all those outdoor cats, look both ways, please.
Yes, please.
Please.
But anyways, if you didn't get to know Stringbean, go back and watch those videos. Stringbean was such a big part. Like, people wanted Stringbean merch, and we loved Stringbean. If we could have found a way to yoink Stringbean, we would have.
Yes, I really wish we would have. Yeah. I do.
All right. So, this week, we are going to take a trip back to the 90s. As you both know, both of us were born in the 80s, so our formative years are basically all 90s years. So we are going to talk about being 90s kids.
We are actual 90s kids.
Yes, so stay
raised
tuned.
In the 90s.
Kids.
All
right, fellow 90s kids, let's get on this. Obviously, we're old now, and like every old person, they love to reminisce, right? Isn't that what old people do?
This is exactly right.
Now that you're 40, you're basically like, the good old days.
I used to walk 15 miles in the snow to get to my school barefoot.
But we all know the 90s were just like blissful. When you were like a preteen and teen in the 90s, like it just didn't feel like it was now. Like there's so much to worry about now. I felt like we were blissfully ignorant.
Yeah, it's so different.
It is so different.
I don't see
Things
anybody,
were extremely different.
Football on the street.
Yeah, I mean, just not constantly bombarded with information. I was clueless.
Yes, that's true.
So things were different. We had to focus on much different things now. So tell me, let's think early 90s. What are some early 90s things that just do not exist anymore?
That's one thing that pops up is the Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. What years were that? I feel like that was kind of mid to late 90s, mid 90s. Oh my gosh.
I just remember that I've never had one that lived longer than
That's what, okay, so
3
this,
days.
I feel like this is when I thought maybe I probably shouldn't have kids, was when I got Tamagotchi. And my sisters both got Tamagotchis, and I got a Tamagotchi. They were very popular. They had Tamagotchis that lived 100 days. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, so old that you had to clean their poop from the screen every second, basically. I don't think I had a Tamagotchi live 5 days.
I take it back, maybe 1 hour.
You had 1 hour Tamagotchi?
I think I may have given a Tamagotchi 1 good hour of life.
So how are we parents, babe? We can't even keep a small electronic pet alive.
It's just, I don't know, it's different.
But the crazy thing is, so we had Tamagotchis. You're staring at your little egg-shaped Tamagotchi and constantly touching it. I guess people have phones now, so maybe it wouldn't work, but Tamagotchi, yeah, that was a thing. I had a Tamagotchi. It didn't survive very well.
No. And I can tell, okay, let's talk about one thing that really, for all of the 90s, from the early 90s, the Blockbuster Video.
Okay, yes. Video stores in general. Blockbuster Video, Hollywood Video.
Yeah, we had a place called Video Fun Factory. Had like an arcade inside of it. It was amazing.
Oh, that's pretty legit. We had a local video store. So there were like 2 local video stores and then a Hollywood Video where I lived. So there was one local video store that all the kids talked about because they had kind of the curtain. You know, the curtain with the videos behind it. Did your video store have that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I personally have no knowledge of it, but one of my friends worked at that video store, so she told me about behind the curtain videos.
What is this curtain you speak
Well,
of?
the questionable videos behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what was back there, and I have zero clue what was on VHS back in the 90s, but there was that.
Basic Instinct.
No, I think it was worse than that. I think there was also, yeah. Anyway, so that was like the local video store.
Okay, fine. I've been behind the curtain.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You've been
Shocking.
behind the curtain.
This is the first place that I went. No.
You're like, hey, this curtain, it looks pretty awesome.
You have to know, like, what is that? They should not have done that. They should have just put it all out there and then maybe said, don't go this way. But you put a curtain,
Yeah, what
people
little
are going to
kid's
want to
gonna
know,
listen,
especially kids like myself, what is behind that curtain,
Well, I mean, of course they're going to think that because I literally had guy friends in high school or whatever that would see like the cover of the Bo Derek 10 and be like, ooh, hot. You know what I mean? So of course they're intrigued by what's behind the curtain. But video stores were a different freaking era.
That was my favorite Friday night Blockbuster Video. We would go to Blockbuster. I get to pick a movie and a snack. And, it was either that really bad cotton candy.
Oh, the cotton candy in the tub or the bag?
In the bag.
In the bag.
Or some nacho cheese Pringles, or whatever they were called back then.
Yes, overpriced tiny can of Pringles.
Yeah, $5 can
or the
of
movie
Pringles.
Candy. Pickles? Yours had
Pringles.
Pickles? Oh, Pringles.
I like pickles too,
I'm
though.
like, that would be, maybe that was a Southern thing.
I'm
So
pretty
you
sure
go-
we
if
had a bag and a pickle
You're
in the
having
fridge.
your overnight with your middle school friends, and you go to Blockbuster to pick out movies, and you see middle school friends from a different sleepover. It's always so weird, right?
It's very strange.
Like you're there with I'd be there with my girlfriends, middle school sleepover, and then you go there, and then there's some guys maybe from a different sleepover from like the class above you, and you're just like, hee, picking out movies. We always watched Grease.
Oh, we were watching the Halloween movies.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
Grease. I'm trying to think back to the early 90s movies, but I think Grease was probably popular. I know that maybe early 90s Labyrinth was a popular choice for me.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Back then? When you were in middle school or high school, maybe?
I guess I was
High school age, late 90s was like Dazed and Confused.
8th or 9th grade.
Yeah, maybe like
Dazed and
Fast
Confused,
Times.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused, Empire Records. Those were like later 90s.
I used to always rent this movie because you remember Blockbuster had free rentals, and it was called Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue. And it was all the cartoons, Kermit the Frog, Alf was actually there, the Muppet Babies, everybody was there, Bugs Bunny, and it was an anti-drug cartoon. I can't believe you haven't seen this. It's amazing.
I haven't seen it.
It's
Did it
amazing.
work? Did it deter you?
Don't do pot. It did not work, but it was a great cartoon. In fact, no, I'm sorry.
You probably could find it on YouTube. Have you tried looking for it on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube. I have watched it recently.
Okay, show it to your kids. It might not deter them from drugs, but it's awesome, according to Wayne.
Just watch it.
Just watch it.
It's just one of those things
So you rented that one a lot, huh?
Yep, it was free. I got the free rentals. I got the 49-cent rentals. I couldn't always get the big rentals,
Oh man, you know what is too hard for people nowadays? It's definitely would be too hard for me. Would be returning videos or even rewinding videos. This is how lazy I am. I think I'd be too lazy to rewind and return a videotape.
We had a rewinder on top of the VCR.
So
if you would, yeah.
So you were really.
We were. Well, they charged you.
Well, I know
they put it on
did,
your account.
and I'm sure I did rewind it, but I just feel like now at this point in my life, I would be too lazy.
I would probably forget though. That part, in fact, I remember forgetting all the time. And
So your mom would get like a 50-cent charge or a 25-cent rewind charge?
I would forget to take the movie back.
Oh, you did that well into our marriage, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Remember when Netflix first came out with DVDs?
I'm pretty sure that when Hollywood Video closed, whatever year it closed, like 2007 or 8, I'm pretty sure we had outstanding fees at Hollywood Video.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If I can go back in time, I would have rented like 50 movies.
Exactly. The Hollywood Video comes back and they come looking for their money, babe.
Sorry.
Okay, so we just would not be good at this. So far we've determined that things that should have shown that we're not responsible people. We both killed Tamagotchis and we both bad at returning and rewinding videos. So babe, how did we get here? This should have been a sign.
Luck.
Luck, exactly.
Sheer luck.
Oh. All right. So, speaking of cartoons, I know you love cartoons. And I know you were a dedicated Saturday morning cartoon kid.
Saturday morning cartoons.
I think this is what we need. If there was a Saturday morning cartoon show that you could only watch when it was on, you would actually get up before noon.
Yes, this is true. And if they brought back, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all those things I used to watch Saturday morning.
And you couldn't watch it later. You had to watch it at that moment with commercials. Then you'd get up and watch it.
The commercials were actually good back then, all right?
It's good because then you gave a list, you knew what to ask for Christmas.
Exactly.
Right? You knew all the things, or you knew what cereal to pick off the shelf, what super sugary cereal to get at the grocery store the next time you went.
Fruity Pebbles.
I was a Cocoa Krispies, but we also had alphabet cereal. Remember alphabet cereal?
Oh, yeah. So spell stuff with it.
What are those? What were the ones? Sugar Puffs? Sugar
Puffs with the
kangaroo? What one was that one? Sugaroos. I don't know. They were little
Golden Crisps,
barley type things. I don't even know.
I do remember those.
No, not Golden Crisp.
They like that one though.
I did like that one, Golden something, but maybe not. You guys will know, or we can look it up later.
The one with the frog. That's the one you're thinking of, right?
No, it had a kangaroo.
Smacks?
I'm almost positive it had a kangaroo.
I don't remember any cereal with a kangaroo.
Okay, well, I'll have to
Only
look it
a
up.
yogurt.
We'll put it on. We'll put it in some show notes on Wayne's story or on the podcast Instagram with some stuff we talked about during the podcast.
All right, deal.
That one was a good one, but literally Cocoa Krispies, Cocoa Puffs were my childhood cereals.
Okay, I think it was Fruity Pebbles, but we always had like Cinnamon Life, which I still like now.
I'm sorry,
Cinnamon
that just
Life.
doesn't sound like a fun one to me.
And I'm one of the weird kids that liked grape nuts, but with 2 pounds of sugar.
That's the issue with grape nuts. I've never met someone who likes grape nuts as is. Likes grape nuts for who they are. It's literally throw on a ton of sugar, like a cup, like a fourth cup.
It's like eating rocks with sugar.
Yeah.
Delicious pebbles
So you're basically just
for
eating
breakfast.
sugar milk. with some roughage to
Amazing.
make it all go down.
I've tried it without sugar. It just doesn't work. All right. Neither does the things that you like regular Cheerios.
Yes.
I need a pound of sugar.
Now I believe at this point in my life, and actually probably later on in life in high school, I started eating just Cheerios. Top tier cereal, plain Cheerios. Cheerios with good cold milk.
What are you, 2?
Yes.
Good 2-year-olds.
I will go to town for the Cheerios. My dad's obsessed with Cheerios. My great grandma loved Cheerios. And maybe it's genetic. I don't know.
I never liked Rice Krispies either by itself. It's horrible.
I actually
you
did
needed
too.
Sugar.
I liked Rice Krispies plain without sugar. I don't like the sugar on them.
Oh, the worst cereal that actually I did have sometimes my parents would get for me is Kix, because it's supposed to be good for you.
Oh,
Kix
yeah.
tasted like nothing.
Kix is literally Trix without the good stuff or Cocoa Puffs without the good stuff.
Exactly.
It's just scratchy little balls that will cut up your freaking mouth. Isn't that what Kix is?
Let me show you how I got these scars.
Exactly. I'm a tough person. I eat Kix in the morning.
Oh, man.
Cereals were a different time. But then we got into, once we started like middle school era and high school era, it was Pop-Tarts. And my sisters liked the toaster strudel. What's that like toaster strudel song, you know? I don't remember, Ben.
It's weird. I love strawberry Pop-Tarts. That was the best one.
Strawberry too.
But I'm all about brown sugar cinnamon now.
Yeah, you're brown sugar cinnamon. You like now the ones that you can pretend are desserts. Because I don't really like to have desserts in the house because I don't have willpower, but...
Exactly. And they have all kinds of Pop-Tarts nowadays.
Cinnamon Pop-Tart.
They have cupcake Pop-Tarts, Twinkie Pop-Tarts,
Yeah, there's sometimes
ice cream Pop-Tarts.
you're cooking a Pop-Tart because you toast your Pop-Tarts, which sometimes I just grabbed a packet of Pop-Tarts on the way to the bus or on the way to my car. But you toast and I'm thinking, what's he cooking out there? It smells pretty good.
Chocolate chip cookie Pop-Tart. That's that one you were talking about.
Yeah.
And it smells like chocolate chip cookies. It doesn't taste bad, though. It's also pretzel Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts, where you at?
Pop-Tarts, where you at? Pop-Tarts, literally the most densely caloric food in the entire food database. One Pop-Tart, it's insane. Like, this is what people who run marathons and stuff eat and hike ultra miles and do through hiking pack because they're light and they're a crap ton of calories.
I just was never good at eating breakfast. You know, I mean,
that's true. You
especially if I was forced to get up
breakfast.
early in the morning, I'm a Pop-Tart kind of guy. Give me a Pop-Tart and a cup of coffee, I'm out.
I love breakfast, but I don't eat first thing either. I don't eat first thing in the morning either.
No, I would go to my
have
parents.
to have a few cups of coffee before my breakfast.
And my parents would cook me a big breakfast, bacon, sausage, waffles, pancakes, whatever, you know. And I would eat it because, you know, that's a nice thing to do.
Well,
but
and it's delicious. That is delicious food.
I just can't. My stomach doesn't take it in the morning. I'm more of a
No.
eat breakfast at 4 o'clock in the morning kind of guy.
Yes, you're a bruncher. He's a brunch. He's a guy who brunches.
I do like brunch.
He loves breakfast food. And actually, this is so funny because Camden loves breakfast food too. When she was in kindergarten, first grade, you know how they have school lunch and you go through the school lunch menu and you pick the ones you liked. She loved the days, it was like Wednesday, it was all called breakfast for lunch, and she was obsessed with it. Her favorite lunch was breakfast for lunch. And she'd be so cute because sometimes we'd have breakfast for dinner at home. Like I'd make breakfast foods because I like breakfast, but I don't eat breakfast. And she'd be like, we're having breakfast for lunch for dinner. It's so freaking cute. Kids are so cute.
Breakfast for dinner
Yeah.
is the best.
Yeah, I agree. Breakfast for dinner.
We should have that tonight, actually.
I'm full, but maybe tomorrow.
I'll have it tonight.
Okay, you can have it tonight. Oh, man, that's different. You know what's another experience that kids nowadays will never have to go through? All because of phones. But do you remember the long road trips and you had like travel games? Like actual travel size little games and stuff you played. Like you have a big my mom was prepared. She was the queen of road trips. We had long road trips. There were 3 of us in the back seat straight across, and she had to entertain us, so there was going to be fighting. So we would have all sorts of games. I remember having like travel spirograph. You remember spirograph? Do you ever do spirograph where, you know, you twist it and it makes a really cool spirograph? I don't know what they're called. So we'd have that. We had like roadside bingo cards. We had those games. Did you ever have those booklets? Like I was obsessed with these and they sold them at like truck stops or whatever. The booklets where you had like the appearing ink.
Yeah, I was just thinking about those.
Those booklets where you had the special
The
pen
appearing ink.
and it made some, you're trying to solve puzzles with the reappearing ink.
That's where you would get the travel games, the truck stops.
Yeah.
You go to the truck stop, they would have it all there,
Like
to keep
that
your
is
kids occupied.
Camden will never have to do that. I remember getting them when she was really little, before cell phones were so everywhere, widespread. Like on the plane, I remember getting her one of those. But nowadays, it's just give them their phone and they're good.
That's so much easier.
And
Tablet, phone.
all their music is on their phone.
Yeah.
Do you remember we would go, I would go, we would have these crates of CDs, right? I don't know. Do you remember the CD holders? Travel CD holders. They're literally like 2 feet by 6 inches by 18 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had these things.
Keep it in the visor of the car.
We would have them we would have so many because we had very diverse music tastes. And there's 3 teenagers all in the car and my parents with their oldies. But we had these giant CD holders at our feet. We had no feet room because of these giant CD holders. I don't know. Is this unique?
You guys
Everyone
had your own Discman?
We did have our own Discman, but we had to hold the CDs somewhere. And this was before we took them all out of the sleeves and stuff. Oh my gosh. Now you can have like millions of songs at your fingertips.
We'd play I Spy. I think I annoyed the hell out of my parents because I was one of those ADD kids that I still am. And I would just be like, Burger King, Kmart.
Well, this is good
McDonald's.
because when we road trip now, I love road trips. And I'm usually driving because I'm, once again, a control freak. It's the control thing. But I always drive. And I like constant conversation when I'm driving.
Super annoying.
Super annoying. You were just saying how you overly talked and your parents were probably annoyed.
That was when I was a kid.
So I'm the annoying one now.
Now I just want my tablet, my headphones,
Yes,
and leave me alone.
That's a lot of times you don't hear anymore. So for traveling with like my sister or my mom, he goes in the very back and sits someone else up front with me so they can talk my ear off the whole drive.
Yeah, just leave me alone. Let me stretch my legs every now and then. I'm good.
We've had some good road trips though.
We really have. And I do like good conversation too, don't get me wrong, but
And it's also good that you're in the passenger seat because you're deaf in your right ear, so you can hear me with your left ear. It works.
Is that what I told you?
You're like, actually, this whole time it's the other way
actually
around.
my left ear. That's good. You're right. That's why it sucks when I'm driving and someone's trying to talk to me and I'm just smiling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Camden's told me. She's... Yeah, like, don't talk to Dad when he's driving. It just
Hey, Dad. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, road trips. When will we take another road trip, babe?
Hopefully soon. I mean, you never know. Like a long road trip?
I haven't driven a long distance in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
it's weird to drive to the store right now, so.
You love... well, this is veering off the 90s topic, but I'm sure as a kid, did you love stopping for roadside food?
Of course. That's my favorite.
Did you guys actually stop a lot along the way on your trips and get food, or do your parents let you buy stuff at the random places? Mine, generally, we didn't.
No, I mean, it was, there wasn't like, it's, when you go on your own, you can do what you want.
Yeah, now
that's
that
when
we're
it's
old.
fun, all right? It's like, I'm going to go see the world's biggest yarn ball. I don't care. Nobody can stop me,
Yeah, we're kind of irresponsible. Like, we'll stop at every food and everything. My parents were responsible. They packed a cooler. Everyone had their own sandwiches, and it had all the snacks, and it had vegetables and fruit. And
I don't like that. I don't agree with that. I think that the whole point of a road trip is to be able to see what's on the road. I think all those pit stops, are a part of the road trip.
They are.
They're important.
I like that part too, and I like stopping at all the food places. Though we've gotten like food poisoning and whatnot, but
yeah, that's fun. It's all part of it.
Food poisoning. It's part of the ride.
You're throwing up in the bathroom. You're like, yes, this is it.
Yeah. What a trip. All right, I have a question about the 90s, and I'm just wondering, like, geographically, because we grew up in different parts of the country in the 90s, right at the same time. So did your area or your school have any, like, weird 90s fashion things that you don't know if they were anywhere else but where you grew up?
We had several.
So, like, I'll start. Like, in middle school, and I specifically remember, like, around 7th grade, where I grew up, which was Eastern Washington, Umbro soccer shorts, whether you played soccer or not.
Yep, we had those.
With, and this has to go together with knee-high socks pulled all the way up, and Adidas slides, and then a big oversized shirt just tucked in the front. Like it could be Stussy or Massimo or Hypercolor or just a big white shirt tucked in the front.
Oh my God, Hypercolor.
So like a big white t-shirt tucked into Umbro soccer shorts with knee-highs and Adidas slides.
I think I'm guilty of this.
You think so this was in the South too? I kind of thought it had to be regional because what the heck?
I grew up in a small town in Texas.
So small towns were not stylish. You had it too.
I think that's what it was, small town thing, yeah. But I mean, I was a skater, I wore Jinkos.
Well, that was later. That was high school.
No, that was like
I'm saying the Umbros for
sure.
me were like middle school, 7th grade. You were wearing Jinkos weren't around 7th grade.
I don't remember what I wore in middle school. I probably did not dress well in middle school.
Middle school started like when I was in middle school was that early on, and then later maybe like 8th grade was like the Calvin Klein jeans type stuff, and the start of the baby tees and all that type of stuff. High school, okay, was this a thing? So we both were born in 81. We both went to high school in the late 90s. How about hemp necklaces? Were those popular where you were?
Guilty.
Do you know what that is? Like a hemp necklace that you made. You literally like braided this hemp cord together with little beads and made hemp necklaces. Did you do that?
I never made one.
Did you buy them? They sold them at like Zoomies, and they
yeah.
sold them at like I don't know what the other one was.
I don't know. Spencer's was around.
Yeah,
then, or
they
maybe
sold those.
Hot Topic. I don't remember where I
Yes,
got
hemp
it,
necklaces. So you literally, I would have my
I-
friend and I would like macrame our hemp necklaces, and you would wear like 5 hemp necklaces and a
Yes.
puka shell necklace.
Puka shells was, oh man, puka shell was
And
in.
you never took them off, so I had like a collar of 5 hemp necklaces that I wore in the shower.
Two
and, like,
hemps
they
and a
would not
puka
come
for
off.
me.
2 hemps and a puka.
2 hemps and a puka.
I'm pretty sure I had like 3 hemps and a puka and maybe like a seed bead necklace.
It's so funny. Puka shells were like, that was 90s heartthrob.
It was just 90s everyone. It was the alternative crowd. It was the preppy crowd. It was everyone was wearing puka shells.
Yeah, yeah. And
It
you know what
was.
else we were all wearing at around that same time when it got colder was starter jackets.
Starter jackets? I'm thinking starter jackets time, middle school time for me, was when starter jackets were popular.
I don't think I was probably a freshman, either in 8th grade or a
Yeah,
freshman when I
around
started
that time. So that would have been like 95, 94 when they were popular.
Oh man, I had it. Charlotte Hornets all the way.
Charlotte
Had
Hornets
no
had the best
idea.
colors. Charlotte Hornets were purple and teal or something, turquoise maybe, or
Yeah,
was
with
it
a big
just...
hornet on the back.
So it had like good colors.
Good colors, but I had no idea anything about basketball, who they were, any
You
of the
still
players.
don't know.
I
I
just
know. How do
sported
I
it.
know more about basketball, especially during that era? I actually liked basketball. Followed the Seattle Supersonics. They were still the Supersonics back then.
The only thing I know about basketball is he's on fire.
From downtown.
NBA Jam, baby.
Yeah,
All
NBA
day.
Jam, old school NBA Jam, not NBA Jam 2K or
He
whatever.
could
it
go all the way.
is. Yeah.
That was
What did
my
they
show.
say, like-
that was my jam.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That was a good one. That was a good game.
That joke insert.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think about other styles. So,
I had a Bart Simpson shirt, and I read about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
That Bart Simpson shirts
Yeah.
were big then.
Yes.
'Cause I was thinking middle school because you said that. I definitely had at least 3 or 4 Bart Simpson shirts.
oh, absolutely. Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Don't have a cow, man.
Eat my shorts.
And eat my shorts. Probably
my
all 3 of
shorts.
those. I know my sister had a Bart Simpson poster that said something like, don't have a cow, man.
Yes. That was the first game I ever owned on the Nintendo. Well, except for the one that came with it was obviously Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. But
So your parents...
Simpsons.
Simpsons was controversial where I grew up. So I grew up in a fairly small kind of, I would say more on the conservative side town. And there were kids whose parents would not even let them see any bit of The Simpsons or even talk about The Simpsons.
yeah, I mean, I had a friend that lived across the street from me, and his parents they put a parental control on pretty much everything. He didn't have MTV, but Simpsons was definitely not something that was allowed. My parents were okay with The Simpsons. What my parents did not like, especially my stepdad, is Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy. Oh, yeah, my grandpa didn't like Ren and Stimpy. That was crude.
But we still watched it.
Of course. You know what's really funny now that I think about it? I think when The Simpsons first came on, I think it came on the opposite time as The Cosby Show.
Oh, wow.
So those families that weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons were all watching The Cosby Show, and you know how that turned out. So
there you go.
So there you go.
So
should have watched The Simpsons. It might have been better for you.
You never know.
So in my high school, you know, it was really big, and I'm pretty sure it was everywhere, and it's back, and they're still as expensive as they were back then. Doc Martens.
Oh, yes.
I don't think the price has changed because I remember them being about $100 back when we got them when I went to middle school and high school.
Which is why I've never owned a pair.
We never owned any.
I've never owned a pair of Doc Martens, but I'm sure everybody in my school had a pair.
Were they as popular with guys?
I think they were more popular with the females.
Oh,
but
man.
But there were guys that wore them.
I had the low loafers, black, and I had the Doc Marten, which I want to get again. I'm going to find it and buy it for myself. The fisherman sandal. It was like kind of a woven sandal, super luggy, big bottoms. And then also high tops. My sister had some really cool high tops. I remember being like bright.
Doesn't Camden have a pair of Doc Martens?
Camden has a low top or a low Oxford pair that's kind of like iridescent. And then she has the heeled high top boots.
I know my sister had a pair of Doc Martens.
Everyone. Doc Martens are just iconic. And also Birkenstocks were really popular when I was in high school. And they're back. It's the 90s. We're living in it again without the bad parts, except there's worse things. But they have phones and all this cool stuff now.
The 90s style does not need to come back.
No? Okay, so what are some other 90s styles?
Okay.
Are you going to list some things? Let's do like lightning round. Let's see some things from the 90s and we'll talk about whether they were part of our lives.
Oh, it's on. Okay, so things in the 90s, I'm going to list it. Let me know if you've remember this. The High C Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler, probably. But I don't know. We were more of like the Kool-Aid ones with the twist top.
My Ecto Cooler was so amazing. It was green, obviously. It was all about the Ghostbusters, Slimer.
I believe it.
And
we were Kool-Aid jammers. With that little, you remember the Kool-Aid jammers with the twist top?
Oh, yeah, they still have
And you
those.
twist it, and you only twist it a little bit, and then you kind of suck on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those are good.
You're supposed to do something with that top. I forgot, but I just threw it away.
Were you supposed to do something with that?
Yeah, I saw somewhere that, like, the top of there's a purpose.
Huh.
I don't know I forgot what it is, but there is a purpose. There is a purpose.
I love those bottles, but man, thinking about all that excess plastic now is insane.
Yeah.
Those bottles. Okay, what next?
Did you ever have a beeper or a pager?
I did not. My best friend in high school had a pager.
Yeah, I had a pager.
I still don't quite get the point of it unless you have an urgent job like a drug dealer. I don't understand.
Yeah, I was going to say either a doctor or a drug dealer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had a pager. I don't remember why. There wasn't really a reason. It was just to have a pager and be cool and look like I was one of the cool kids at the skating rink.
Yeah, it was literally just a status thing.
The skating rink, speaking of which, that's 90s.
Skating rinks.
Yeah, we had a place called Skate World. And man, that was where you would go. Like, it wasn't going to the club. It wasn't going to the bar. It was going to the skating rink. Of course, we weren't,
There were kids that was skate park, more skateboard park where we were.
This is roller skating around in a circle, listening to Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. But were you roller skating or were you doing the absolute 90th thing, rollerblading?
I was roller skating.
Oh my God. Well, then you weren't cool.
I didn't get rollerblades till later.
I mean, it would have been in the 90s though, because I can't imagine you had them in the 2000s.
I don't think I ever got... I don't remember bringing my own skates. I always had to borrow the skates from them. You know?
Man, rollerblades.
So I
kind of want a pair. I kind of want some rollerblades.
I do too.
So now I have to buy myself some Doc Marten sandals and some rollerblades. Let's go blading.
I totally want to go blading.
Oh my my gosh.
No, yeah, but I did have. I went through a couple pagers. The first one I left on top of my friend's car. I had a habit about leaving things on top of my friends' cars.
Oh my! I'm pretty sure you've still done that. So
that did not end well. And then I got another pager, and it was just But I do not even remember what it was for.
Yeah, it was for all the girls who were trying to keep straight.
Maybe.
What was the pager lingo? I remember reading this back. What was like the I love you? There were numbers and stuff that meant certain things. And like ones were emergency. I don't remember. I didn't have a pager, but.
Yeah, 911 was emergency.
Yeah.
But it was just so long ago. I don't remember. I just
So
remember
long.
it was more of a fashion statement for me.
A
To have it on
fleeting
the
memory.
side looking like, hey,
Yeah, it was
I
a
got
popular
pager.
kid thing. It was a popular kid thing in my school. Pagers.
But I probably never got paged.
Well, I would have paged you, babe, if I would have had a pager.
Oh, well, that's nice to know.
Or could you only page from a pager, or could you page from a phone?
I have no idea.
I don't know. We're too old.
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. Did you have... Okay, do you remember those magic eyes?
Yes, I can't see them.
3D image. You can't see 3D.
I can't. There's something going on with my eyes and the angle of something that, like a 3D movie with the glasses, I can't see unless I hold it really far from my face. But I don't know if that has anything to do with magic eye or if they're even the same type of thing.
Can you see the viewfinder? You know those discs that you put in and you look inside of them?
Yeah, but like only if I close an eye.
Oh, that's
You know what I
annoying.
mean? Like I will always see double. I don't know. I feel like there's something there.
So you probably never ever have seen a 3D image from like what I'm talking about.
No, the magic eyes
The magic
I could
eye.
not do. I remember getting a book of magic eye posters and just like hurting my brain. You're like trying to cross your eyes. You're trying to blur your eyes. You're trying to focus and then move back. Remember, you focus at 6 inches and then you slowly move back. That's what they say to do. Remember that?
Yeah, you put your nose to the
Yeah.
paper and you back away slowly and you cross your eyes at the same exact time.
I could never do it. It drive me
And
nuts.
You say the magic words, No,
Pretty
but
much.
I have seen them. I have seen them.
It's dolphins jumping, and I'm like, I don't see it.
It's a sailboat.
It's beautiful and majestic. I'm like, no, I can't see it.
That reminds me of Mallrats.
Yeah.
It's a sailboat. Oh man.
Mad Magic Eye, yeah. No kid wants to spend their time doing Magic Eye nowadays.
I like them, but yeah, they do. They're a lot more difficult
It's too hard.
than you think. Did you have a chain wallet?
Well, no, that wasn't really a girl thing. Actually, my older sister, I think, maybe had a chain wallet until they were outlawed. Pretty sure they're outlawed.
My
At
stepdad
school.
wouldn't let me get one. I had it, and he got mad because
Oh yeah,
I look like a
You're
biker
a gang member
or a
then.
gang member. So I was like,
As if
okay,
a chain wallet from Zoomies
Sure.
is going to cause anyone damage. Ay.
Well, the problem with the chain wallet was really funny too, because like we had a group of us skateboarders that wore the long chain wallets that went all the way down to like your
Yeah.
ankle, and we would be skateboarding, and all of a sudden the chain would get stuck, and we'd do flip. That's not a good idea. Don't skateboard
No, don't.
with a long chain hanging off of your pants.
I'm pretty sure, I guarantee no one with a chain wallet, this is what was in the chain wallet. Maybe $1. Their ID from Skateland or some card, something random like that. And like, that's it.
And a
There was-
6-month-old condom.
Really? Maybe?
One that just sat there. Never
Yeah,
really
like
got used.
nothing else.
It was just there,
Literally
just in
no
case.
money. No money was ever carried around in a chain wallet.
No, I never had money.
Still
Never.
don't. Hey, nothing changes, babe.
I'm working on it.
Hey, I don't either. It's all good.
Yeah. Did you ever have your own phone line?
No, but we did have 2 phone lines in the house later once dial-up became more popular. So we would have one that had the dial-up line. Because back before we had that, whenever you pick up the phone and someone's on the internet, it's like, remember? Like you'd hear it on the phone.
Oh, man.
So you couldn't get phone calls, or my dad would try to call someone for work and he'd pick it up and I'd be like, ah!
Yeah.
You know, so we
AOL.
ended up later, like when we were in high school, getting a second line for dial-up.
Oh my God. I got my own phone line for my birthday.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Can't remember how old I was, but obviously, not that old. It was a cool gift. It
Probably
was.
middle school, or do you think it was high school?
I was just always tying up the line, talking
Yeah.
to my girlfriend, or a friend. Like that was the thing to do, talk on the phone. And we
had a
actually
phone.
spoke on the phone. There was no
Yes.
texting.
Like you
Yeah,
either
we
had
had
a
to talk.
cordless phone that you went and took somewhere, right, and talked until it ran out of batteries, or you had a phone with a really long cord. That's what we had. I had a really long cord on the one, and you'd like drag it to like the bathroom or your bedroom and talk.
I had a hamburger.
You had a hamburger
It
phone?
was actually a cheeseburger.
That sounds awesome.
I had a cheeseburger phone. And
There
I
were a
talked
lot of
on
cool
it
phones.
forever.
There's like, the Mickey holding up the phone.
Oh, man.
You always see them in the things. Or like the lips phone, the see-through phone.
The see-through phone, which
Was
we
very
actually had
popular.
too, was really popular. And it's cool, it was cool looking.
Yeah.
But I spent hours on the phone just, talking about nothing. Just,
Yeah.
back then I could talk and talk and talk and talk.
And now Camden will never know that. She just sits on FaceTime and talks about nothing.
That girl is on FaceTime 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's basically the what kids do nowadays.
I guess I think back to it, and like we said, we were on the phone 24 hours, or I was on Instant Messenger, or,
Yeah.
all that stuff. We can't judge, but man, it's something she'll never know to have to dial up the internet or tell to share the phone line with a sibling.
I can hear that sound.
Yeah, I can too.
That was what was that? Dial up?
Yeah, that was the dial up.
Oh man. Was never good. Was never good. Did you have a Game Boy?
Of course. I won a Game Boy in a coloring contest. That's how OP I am.
Oh man.
Yeah, I literally...
Pizza Hut?
No, this was... Super One Foods was a grocery store in our town, and it must have been a coloring contest sponsored by Oreo, because we had to color in Oreos. And both my sisters and I entered the contest. I used glitter glue paints on top of my markers, and it was really awesome.
I'm just
Really
tell you guys
awesome.
right now, Alice is amazing at coloring.
I'm
Like
amazing at
she
coloring.
blows me out of the water with her coloring when we do coloring when we're bored or whatever we used to in quarantine start.
I am a
She's really good.
proven champion on the coloring contest. Actually, my family, we won a significant number of coloring contests in our small town. My mom
remember
always
that.
knew when the coloring contests were happening. But I
remember
won an
Pizza
actual
Hut.
original Game Boy in a coloring contest.
That's insane. Though.
Yeah. And then my older sister, she splatter painted it. Yeah. I think I will never let her live it down. But she actually splatter painted it with pink and blue paint.
She was jealous.
I probably was.
She was jealous they didn't like her stick figure.
She did a good job, but I mean, no one can hold a candle to my coloring. We know this.
This is true. I mean, you're just too good. You remember they used to do it at Pizza Hut? They had
Yes.
coloring contests, and I remember there was like a Ninja Turtle one time.
Yeah, there was Ninja Turtles, there was Flintstones, there was Beauty and the Beast,
Oh man.
all sorts of stuff. There was one, I think the Beauty and the Beast one. So we entered. So did your Pizza Hut have where they displayed like the coloring contest, like all around
Yes.
the top of the ceiling?
Yes,
Everyone
absolutely.
entered their coloring contest.
Oh my
I feel like
God.
one time I was probably freshman or sophomore in high school. So I just scribbled on this Beauty and the Beast, or no, Land Before Time. Was it Land Before Time or Beauty and the Beast? I feel like it was Beauty and the Beast. I colored over the top. I actually colored Ninja Turtles over the top of Beauty and the Beast. Just scribbled them and put like Alice, age 8.
What?
And I won the Beauty and the Beast puppets.
Oh my God.
You know how you won the puppets?
The puppets.
Yes. So you could either buy the puppets. Every once in a while they had a different puppet each week. So I know we had Beauty and the Beast, and I know there were Land Before Time.
I never had Beauty and the Beast, but I did have almost all of the Land Before
Yes,
Times,
the
if not
Lamb-
all of them. Sharptooth,
Yes, Ducky, Shark Tooth.
Littlefoot.
Yes.
which by the way is my
Sarah.
favorite animated movie of all time.
Oh,
No,
You're only saying
way.
that for nostalgia's sake. If you watched it again, it wouldn't be.
no, it still is.
It wouldn't
It's gotta be.
I don't know if it holds up.
I just love that movie.
I'm not sure it could hold up to like Toy Story 2 or...
That's not animated.
It is. I feel like that's animated.
I mean...
Or even like Aladdin.
Nope. Land Before Time. Land Before Time. Who agrees with me? Come on.
Like,
Tell me in the comments.
I will die on this ship.
Yes. What's more sad? Land Before Time or Bambi?
I mean, Land Before Time is so sad. But I haven't watched Bambi in a long time.
Yeah, it's true. But those puppets were awesome. And I thought that there were still some around, no?
I wonder if I have mine stored somewhere. I need to look through my stuff.
Those got to be worth something by now.
I can't imagine they're worth much, but we could see. But that's so crazy that the Pizza Hut experience is so universal for all of us 90s kids. You go to the Pizza Hut, you get your red cups with your pitcher of soda. If you're lucky, your parents let you order the personal pan of your own choosing. And you do the coloring contests.
I have such a big grin on my face right now because it's just, I mean, yes, and the little salad bar.
Yes, the salad bar
was there. And you know what? That was like a lot of places were like that. Like Burger King had the Burger King Kids Club.
Yes.
And we
Burger Buddies.
Burger Buddies.
Burger Buddies. They don't have Burger Buddies. The Burger Buddies are like the perfect little burger. Now they call everything sliders because they're so fancy. But now it used to be Burger Buddies. There were 2 little Burger Buddies. You could either get 2 Burger Buddies or you could get 4 Burger Buddies.
I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they were good, 90s, cartoon VHS from Burger King.
Burger King had the best toys.
You buy it, but it was like, you know what I mean?
Burger King had the best things. They had the original Pokemon Burger King toys. I think that's probably 99.
They had the best toys. They gave VHSs. They had cups, like Last Action Hero, those plastic cups that did that thing when you turned them.
Lenticular.
Sure that.
And Burger King also in high school. So I went to high school like 95 through 99. Our high school had an open lunch campus. Did yours?
Yeah, we had open campus.
Yeah, so you would go.
I think it
drive.
Went away, but
I'm pretty sure most schools don't have it anymore. But we'd drive to Burger King and you wait in the long Burger King line and you get a Whopper for $1.
Oh yeah,
a freaking $1. They were $1, so with tax it was $1.07, and you had your lunch.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was working at Burger King at that time, but
yeah,
not during school, not during
lunch,
but afterwards.
Oh man, you know what is different though? You know what is also different because this also reminds me. Sometimes we go here for lunch. KFC and their Chicken Littles.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Do you remember the original Chicken Littles?
They were the best.
What the heck happened to them?
They were
now they're trying to put a chicken tender on some fancy bun with blah blah blah. It was just a little square chicken breaded patty with warm mayonnaise and pickles.
It was amazing.
And it was amazing.
I remember
you go to KFC and you get 2 Chicken Littles and you get a parfait, a pudding yogurt or whatever, chocolate pudding parfait, and you were good to go.
I kind of want one.
They don't make Chicken Littles the same. They really don't.
No, they tried to remake them, but they just were not even close.
Not, it was fail.
I believe we got them together.
I love chicken strips, but it's literally a chicken strip on a dry ass bun.
Yeah,
sorry.
No good.
KFC, I'm sorry. Anyways, that's a rant about that. What other things are there?
Next episode is Rant.
Alice rants. That could be a whole different podcast. Let's be real here.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
It might take a while. Oh, we got TGIF.
Oh, TGIF? Yeah.
You remember TGIF?
ABC.
ABC.
On ABC. So let's think about the TGIF shows.
So it's Friday night.
Mm-hmm. Early on, it had Perfect Strangers.
One of the best.
And Perfect Strangers then left when it finished up. And then they added like Step by Step or something.
I think Family Matters was going on because I remember Perfect Strangers and Family Matters would mix episodes.
Yes. And Full House.
Full House. When I watched it, I don't remember I do remember Full House.
Full House was on there.
It was. Okay.
And Dinosaurs. Literal trash.
Best show in the world.
Shut up, we're getting divorced.
Dinosaurs is on Disney, and I'm about to watch it all.
I'm the baby.
I like that show. I know that I'm not the only one.
You are the only one.
No.
We'll go put you on an island with all the other people who like dinosaurs, and you will be the only one.
It is a good show.
It is not a good show. Objectively terrible show.
And Step by Step, which has grown on me.
I mean, I liked it back then. I don't know if I'd like it now.
I like it better now.
Really?
Probably because I understand more of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a fun Friday.
It. But Full House was my favorite, and then Family Matters. Did I do that?
Yes, Family Matters. Oh man,
we gotta bring back the Did I Do That?
That was that. Steve Urkel.
Gotta love him.
Oh, Laura. And then Perfect Strangers is probably my favorite.
Yeah, that one had a little bit skewed older, you know what I mean, in the subject matter.
So good.
Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous.
We just don't watch TV shows like we used to.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm more of a movie watcher.
Yeah, I'm more of a TV watcher, but we just don't really watch them together like we used to.
Oh, well, we watch King of the Hill every night.
Yes, we do. That is one thing we do, and that's part of my schedule.
Yes, it is.
We gotta watch King of the Hill every night. That was a 90s thing too, wasn't it? Or was it early 2000s?
We will do that right after this episode.
Awesome. Well, any other 90s things that you can think of that we need to share with the world?
Oh, man. Off the top of my head.
CD.
What do you got?
How about CD disc changers?
CD disc changers?
You know, like you have your CD player and then you get we started with a little boombox and then you're like, for your birthday, I want a 6 CD changer.
Yeah, I had a 5 disc.
A gigantic shelf system. That changed 6 CDs and you had your speakers and it was huge.
I had a 5 disc.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I had 6. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was more.
Having a big stereo was a big thing back then.
It was such a big thing that
speakers
does not you have a whole shelf on top of your dresser was your CD player and your CDs. You had that CD tower.
Insane.
Everyone had the CD tower, the one that either went, kind of did that little wavy thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It sat on the floor and you had all your discs in there.
Oh, man.
Wow, that is 90s.
I'm trying to think of, the discs that were in my disc player.
I had
the Friday soundtrack.
No, yeah. I had, I had a lot of porno for pyros. I'd have, even Primus.
Hey,
Presidents
awesome.
of the United States of America. REM always. I probably had a couple REMs.
Got a good taste in music.
I did. Rage Against the Machine, Prodigy.
I had more of a mixture. It was like the Friday soundtrack, Tupac.
I never owned a Tupac CD.
Oh.
Am I even a 90s kid?
Good stuff. Weezer, Blue Album.
Always Weezer.
I can think of...
Blue Album and Pinkerton, I think, came up in the 90s.
Maybe No Doubt.
Yeah, I do remember listening to No Doubt, but I'm kind of outgrown No Doubt. Camden listens to No Doubt a lot, and it's kind of weird. Cake. I listen to Cake a lot.
Yeah, Cake.
And, oh, crap.
Limp Bizkit was actually big back then.
Oh, yeah.
Rage Against the Machine. Rage!
Yeah, Rage, always. Bloodhound Gang.
Bloodhound Gang.
When Bloodhound.
The roof is on fire.
The crazy thing is, Camden listens to a lot of the same music.
I love it.
Camden actually loves 90s music. So we really bond on that. For everyone's always like, she doesn't know who this person is, or why is she wearing a Nirvana shirt? No, she loves it.
Yeah.
She listens to it all.
She really does.
Smashing Pumpkins and Sublime. She's like Sublime a lot. And,
oh yeah, Sublime.
Oh man, that Sublime. The first time, so when I got my driver's license at 16, the first time I went cruising, which is kind of just literally driving down the street slowly at a city speed limit. That's what we called it in high school though, but it was cruising. You go down the main street. I was listening to Sublime. Pretty sure.
Boyz II Men, Cooley High Harmony.
Oh Oh, you were lame. You weren't listening to that when you got your driver's license, were you?
Getting jiggy with it. No, getting jiggy with it was what was on the radio when I first got my license, and I was driving, and it was a big ass rainstorm in Texas.
That's kind of scary.
Will Smith got me through it.
Oh, Will Smith, you gotta leave that on his Instagram.
Yes.
Well, give us some more ideas of things we can talk about in another throwback episode. I'm sure we could go on about the 90s forever, but I want to hear on Instagram or whatever, you tell Wayne your 90s experiences, and we'll read them in our next 90s pod when we do this again, probably in a few weeks. We'll do another 90s one, and we'll have your input. And you can share your 90s experiences, and we'll weigh in if we also share the same experiences. And let us know if you had some of the same, what your clothing thing was in the 90s, like what your town's clothing thing was, or what your town's, I don't know, traditions were, like lunch and cruising and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
That's good. I hope he's going to fall off the bed. What a sweetheart. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I think we talked for quite a while. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was a long time.
Yeah, you never know with these. We're talking, having fun. I can't really tell where we're at.
Someday, someone do a word count. Someone add up how many words Wayne said this whole time and how many words I said this whole time. I'm going to try to be quieter.
I counted mine.
You don't mind?
7.
You said 7 words. I said 70,000.
You're just so good at it.
I do talk a lot. Well, thank you guys for listening, and be sure to check out the Stringbean tribute on Wayne's Instagram stories. This episode definitely, gonna think about Stringbean.
Maybe that's what it is. I'm just, still sad.
We're kind of sad. We've all been
don't have the
kind
energy
of
I
downers
usually
this
have
week,
because Stringbean was my boy.
Stringbean was your boy.
And you'll see it in the highlights. We
so
hung
check
out a
it
lot.
out and leave some kind word for Stringbean on, Wayne's DMs, or maybe we'll mention him in the next week's intro. If any of you guys had memories of Stringbean jokes.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Peace.